Hey everybody, Leslie Roberts here. Hey, great news. The online registration for this year's original CZ World Championship is now officially live. The link you will see here on the screen, mmxracing.com/schedule of events. Go there, and that'll give you both days, Saturday and Sunday, of this year's event, and you can register for all the races then. Now, before I get too crazy, this is a 2-day racing event this year. 2 big full days of racing. Sunday, of course, is the CZ and mixed vintage classes leading up to the World Championship races. Saturday is the Hanna Cup. A very special event this year because we're trying a major experiment. The Hanna Cup is a post-vintage event, meaning if you have a bike with anything longer than 7 4 inches of suspension, you, if you'd like to race, will be on that track on Saturday, all the way up to modern bikes. That's right. We will have classes for everybody. If you got a Trick 94 Jeremy McGrath 250 that you want to get out on the track, get it ready. You got yourself a sweet 450 and you want to see what that old world scrambles track is like, get it ready. You got a 79 CR or a KX or an 83 CR 250, you will be riding and racing on one of the West Coast's best natural terrain tracks. It's really something. The promoter this year has stepped up big time. This is going to be our best, as far as I'm concerned, our best event so far. And splitting it into 2 days of racing is it's an experiment for us. It's something that the time has come, and it's going to be a challenge. There's no doubt about it. We haven't done this before, and there's going to be a few snafus, I'm sure. But what we're going to do to make sure that everybody gets what they want Saturday and Sunday, we're going to open up a very long practice session on Friday. From say 11 in the morning till 4 or 5 in the afternoon, not sure when, but something like that. So that everybody gets out on the track with their bikes, dials them in, and gets ready for Saturday and Sunday racing. Now, again, Saturday is going to be epic. This is the Hanna Cup. It is going to be devoted to 2 simple things. The bike show, the legendary bike show, will be taking place first thing Saturday morning from 8 o'clock till 10. That's right. We're going to dispense with all the foo-for-all and all the long-winded characters like myself and get right into the bike show. And then from the bike show, we go to registration and a short practice, and then it's on to the Hanna Cup. Man, this is going to be something. I am really looking forward to seeing, not only seeing everybody, but to see how this event takes place, because it is my contention. Bear with me for a moment. It is my contention that we, friends and neighbors in the vintage motocross community, are at a crossroads right now. This is something Robin brought to my attention years ago, and which I was rather a kind of a stick in the mud, a kind of a purist. I thought at the time when I first met Robin that he was out of his mind. I just thought, this guy's insane. How is he going to bring together all these different things, all these different people? I argued, I said, hey, Robin, wait a minute, you got a CZ World Championship, it should only be CZs. Well, and then the next year he said, well, I'm going to add, and I'm going to add. I want to bring more people in. Long story short, folks, I fought him for a couple years. I thought, I'm kind of a purist. And I thought, well, it should only be CZs. And then it should only be vintage bikes. But then I saw people coming to the event. And I saw the bikes they were bringing. And I saw the enthusiasm they were bringing. And I also heard stories like, this is the only place we can ride these bikes, at least in Northern California. So I had an awakening at Hangtown in 2017 when I saw that sea of beautiful 100 and 125 Hodakas and Rickmans that came out, and it hit me. Robin is right. We need to include everybody rather than excluding them. Now, I know that the big problem now are the dwindling ranks of the vintage classes. And the amount of races that are available for vintage racing across the United States. Of course, there are some organizations devoted to that, and they're doing what they can to keep vintage motocross alive, but it's not enough. It's not forward-thinking enough. And that's one thing that I am now deeply I admire Robin for his vision. This guy saw things that none of us did. He saw the need to include everybody. Look what he was doing. He was bringing in more classes, always adding classes, adult minis, electric bikes, whatever he thought would bring people together. And Robin was right. And that's the secret to saving vintage motocross and to keeping this sport alive for our kids. What is the secret? Combining, including, bringing people together. Now, this offends the purists. I get it. I was one of them. People say, oh, we went at CZ's only. No, we got to put everybody together. And for me, I've got CZ's, I got a bunch of bikes, but I also got a few post-vintage bikes. And it strikes me that this is the time right now to bring everybody out there on that beautiful track that we got. Great facility. Let everybody out on that track in the appropriate moment, modestly, right? I'm not talking about putting, like last year, we had everybody on the same track together. It makes it really hard on the short suspension bikes. So we're not going to do that this year. We're going to split things up. It's an experiment for us, okay? We've never done it before like this. We don't know what's going to happen, but I'm asking you this. Please, if you're thinking at all of coming to this year's original CZ World Championships, please do it. Please do it. We need you. We need you to bring your post-vintage bikes. We need you to show a, how can I say, what's the right words? Let's show some communal spirit here. This is not, as you know, our group, we're not in this for the money. We don't make much. We make enough to keep our event going, and that's our focus. Our focus is, as hard as it may be to believe, there are some of you that have written to me and said, Leslie, you're full of crap. All this ethical and all this stuff. You just, no, man, I tell you what, I'm about keeping this community together. I'm about having something to do over the next few years, right? Something that I love to do. I can't ride. I'm out there on the track with you guys, though, every lap. I put people on my bikes. I'm a loco for vintage motocross. And now I'm a loco for post-vintage motocross. And I'm a loco for this event. I want this event to work. That's why we've rebranded it. We've expanded it to more people. People say, oh, what are you doing? You're the purity of the event. Robin would have never stood for this. Robin wanted this. Robin wanted us to get together. He wanted to spread our wings as far as possible so that everybody had a chance. His vision, a little different than mine. Robin, nobody is like Robin. I miss this guy so much. I'm sure most of you do too. And I apologize. I'm not Robin. I can't do what he did. This guy was the greatest sponsor of motocross I've ever met. The most enthusiastic man I've ever been around. And I can't even emulate him. So I apologize. I fall short in every respect that he was strong in. But I still want to put on a hell of a race. I'm still going to bring my best, and I want you to bring your best. The gates are opening this year at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. You're welcome to show up at that time, Thursday, even Friday, and get yourself set up there. We're going to have a hell of a vendor's row this year. Our promoter, our track promoter owner, has put together a beautiful podium. I mean, a real podium. And we're going to do a bunch of fun stuff. And Friday night at the Silver Dollar Saloon in downtown Marysville is the original CZ World Championship night. Oh man, I'm not even going to get into it right now. You're going to be hearing more and more as we go along. But that's going to be a night you want to get over to the Silver Dollar Saloon. Winthrop Hires is going to be our master of ceremony, and he is going to roll out some fun stuff. The next morning, we all get our cups of coffee together and head out to the starting gate and look at some of the most beautifully prepared CZs and mixed brand vintage bikes in the world. And then we get registered, we get our transponders, we put a lap or two of practice in, dial that bike in, and it's off to the Hanna Cup. Man, I'm jonesing. If you can't tell, I'm jonesing. I'm feeling great. I was looking forward to this day when I could finally announce online registration is up. Yes! And now we go. You're gonna see a few more clips from me between now and then. And I'm going to get my bikes hopefully all together here. Having a winter struggle getting my bikes together, but I'm sure I'm not the only guy with a boat like that, I tell you. I'm just filled with energy and I'm feeling great, and I just can't wait. 2 months to go. Any updates you're going to receive here soon? Anything I can think of, I'll keep adding. But I'm just excited. I'm glad we can finally get registration up for everybody. And if you have any questions at all about the classes you should be in, what you want to do, we'll answer anything. Go to czriders.com/classes, and there's an extensive list of explanations of what class is which and on which day it is. If that doesn't make sense to you, write to Jim Buckaloo or myself or Daryl Johnson or any of the committee members, and we will sort it out for you, okay? We're going to try to get transponders worked out so those get passed out much earlier than they did last year. In other words, if you pre-register, you're going to pick them up. You don't have to go through the sweat line, the whole thing. We're going to try to make everything more streamlined this year. We're going to try to put together a great event, and I want to see you there with your post-vintage bike as well. Please support the event this year. Again, I'll go back to my original statement. This is critical that we get the momentum going to unite the communities. If not, we got a problem. We got a real problem, folks. We have to bring this dwindling group of riders together, because if we don't, guys are dying right and left. I mean, we're losing people all the time. We lost some great friends last year, and we've already lost a handful of them this year, and that's going to continue. And before you know it, So, let's make things memorable. Let's keep this wonderful sport alive. Let's get you people out from all over the world and all over the country to enjoy one of the finest natural terrain tracks anywhere. All right? I promise you that. Racing's going to be good. The camaraderie is second to none, and we got some special stuff coming for you. All right, now you listened to me long enough. Get over to mmxracing.com/schedule of events and get yourself registered. All right? Oh man, gonna be good. Thanks for listening. See you soon.